Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to another week in the life of running our dealership, NG Supercars.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, and this is my dealership. It's actually Tuesday. Usually I start these on Wednesday, but I am going to be getting up and going on a plane at 5:15 in the morning tomorrow. So I don't really feel like filming before I get on the plane. I'll film some point tomorrow. So we'll see you once I get going and my brain is functional and I've booted up. But until then, let me give you a quick rundown of the shop, because by the time I get back on Thursday, it's going to be totally different. Customer's car. They want us to replace this transmission seal that broke. It's leaking. We ordered that. We have to do brake calipers and I think one or two other things. The stupid SQ5. I hate Audis, and I hate them more because it's taking up a lift. It's like a friend of a friend kind of thing. We're helping someone out, so I guess good deeds. I shouldn't complain. Well, 550 sold. Should be leaving tomorrow, so you won't see this car again. This is the last time you'll see it in this video or any of our videos, so bye-bye 550. I did enjoy driving that car. Those are wonderful cars. I really, really, really like the 550s, by the way. Phenomenal cars. This 360, well, if you saw the last video, you know that this car was converted. We did a bunch of work on it, major service, all that crap. I delivered it to the customer today in San Antonio. He got it, and it broke about 15 minutes later. So it's back, so we can fix it. We're not sure what's wrong with it yet. We think maybe the clutch master cylinder may have died. If that's true, then, well, there's nothing we could have done about it. We just got a bad part, just shit luck. I hope that's the case. I hope we didn't screw up, but it did drive really good when I drove it and when Josh drove it. So I don't know how it broke 15 minutes after he got it. It's not like we didn't drive it enough. Like, I don't know. Anyway, so we'll find out what's wrong with that in the next day or two. Josh's car is having some work get done with it. The bumper is off. I forget why. This car is mid-conversion. It's already sold. It should be done soon. That car is mid-conversion. It is awaiting the intake manifold and the valve cover gaskets to come back from being painted. Once we get those, we can finish up the conversion. We also have to pull the dash and get that done. That car, oh yeah, that's the one with the clutch that basically is fried. It's got 150% wear. We need to pull the bumper and the diffuser so we can get the bumper repainted and the diffuser replaced. So we'll be doing that very soon. And then, yeah, we're gonna list it for sale. RS6 for sale, Bentley for sale, Aston Martin for sale, and 430 with the missing wheel. Wheel is getting fixed. That car is sold. And then the 430 Coupe, which we just got listed on the website. So this is actually for sale right now. Check it out, ngsupercars.com. And it is the spec. It is my favorite spec. Is the red with black interior with red piping. Oh yeah. The only way that this could be better is if it had carbon fiber seats and carbon ceramic brakes. That's the only two things. Everything else is basically perfect. I love that car. Such a good car. Someone buy that and be very, 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 very happy. It does need the variators, and I ordered those. Once we get those, we'll be replacing those, so we'll take care of that. Perfect candidate for a conversion, only 22% wear on the clutch. So yeah, that's what's going on. Josh is in California. He looked at a car. We are buying that car. We might already have it sold, so I don't want to talk about it unless we find out if the person who wants to buy it backs out. If they do, well then that will be for sale, because we are 100% buying that car. And then I am looking at this car for a consultation client tomorrow in Detroit. So I get to go be cold. My favorite. Not really. I have to get up super early, and then I go look at the car, and thankfully I'll be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So that's a great, that's so rare where I can actually come back and sleep in my own bed at a reasonable hour. It's gonna suck, but yeah. Well, anyway, I'll see you stupid early in the morning tomorrow, and hopefully the car's nice. We'll see you guys super early tomorrow morning. All right, through security. It took about 15 minutes, which is way longer than normal. Normally it's about 5. There's been like mad panic because it's spring break and South by Southwest and all this other crap, plus the TSA shutdown, so the lines are really long and everyone's panicked and showing up way too early for their flights. So I've got about 12 minutes until they board. I'm gonna run up to Sky Club, grab some water, and I might talk to my friend. Anyway, good morning, YouTube. It's about 4:15. All right, we're in Michigan, made it early, so let's go grab our rental car and get out of here. Go look at this 458 Spider. All right, YouTube, it's only like 20 degrees, or actually I think it's only supposed to be in the teens, and get up into the 20s is cold. Welcome back to Michigan. All right, waiting for my Hertz shuttle car, and let's go get our rental. While I'm waiting, something weird we found out last night. Someone is either stealing my buyer's guidebooks or buying them and reselling them or something. They're on eBay. It's really weird. So I don't know if they're just marking them up. I'm gonna have to investigate this further. I'll get back to you on this. It's very odd. I don't know if it's a scam or what. Okay, we're in the Kia rental. I don't know what it is, but I always have Kias for some reason. Whatever. It's like a hybrid and stuff, so great. Hopefully it gets a really good gas mileage. That's my like top concern when getting one of these cars now for rentals is just like how good is the gas mileage, so I can save as much money on gas and not have to refill if possible. Okay, let's go to Detroit I-94 ramp. Oh man, my old stomping grounds. Every time I come back to Michigan, it's always weird. It's like, whoa, hopefully morning rush hour is already over so we can get there reasonably quick. It looks like about a 30-minute drive. So off to Coley Ferrari, Detroit. Never been there. Haven't had to deal with them yet. But Jocko, our friend Jocko, has bought all of his Ferraris from them. So I guess that's an endorsement. Hopefully they're good. We shall see. All right, YouTube, it's like 6:45. I was supposed to, we landed at like 6, and it took them over a half hour to get us a gate because there was a plane at the gate we were supposed to be at. So I hate that. That's the worst. Back where we started today. There's my truck. Well, car was awesome. Very, very nice. The dealership was really nice. Coley Ferrari in Detroit. We'll chat some more about it tomorrow. I'm ready to go home and see my wife and kiddo. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, good morning, YouTube. It is Thursday, which means tonight's the Thursday Night Live. So join us at 8 p.m. Central. Almost every Thursday we do a live stream. One of these live streams, we're gonna have Randy join us, and you guys can ask Randy questions, and he'll give you Randy responses. See what I did there? Well, if you remember, Josh sold his old 430 to a client who then traded it back in to us on my GT40 swap, and then our friend Steve bought it. So this is Steve's F430, which was stored over there for a while, and he's picking it up, but we're going to change the ride height because Josh had it slammed to the ground, like ridiculously low. So we're going to bring it up to a somewhat reasonable height. But this is the ultra high spec, carbon fiber seats, carbon fiber everything, manual swapped car. So it is quite the spec. And it's in the Canoli di Fusilli, whatever. It's the gunmetal gray, which is actually fairly rare. We estimate this is a 1 of 6 or 7 in this like similar combination with carbon seats. And actually the paint is probably like a 1 of 6 or 7. With these seats, this is probably the only one ever made. Because these seats, here's a little piece of trivia for you. The carbon seats are more rare than the manual transmission on the F430. These are more rare than Scuderias. Very interesting, right? I think there's only like less than 1,000 or so that actually had the carbon seats. Very rare option. Super cool. Good luck finding it. So, what is going on today? Well, I gotta get my head around it. Actually, I have a deal to buy a 458 that I'm gonna try and seal today, and I suspect it's gonna last minutes if we actually get this car. We'll find out. I'll keep you in the loop. Interesting car. Y'all might know it very well. I'm also working on a deal to buy another car in a strange location, but we'll talk about that later if that happens. So this car, you remember the 360 came back. Well, Randy did his magic and we think it's fixed. That is actually one of my top goals today is I'm gonna go drive this damn thing a lot and hard and get it really hot. So I'm gonna wait until it's like 80 degrees out. So we're gonna wait until after lunch and I'm gonna go beat the snot out of this car and make sure that the clutch is actually gonna continue working after it gets really hot. In fact, I might even just let it sit there and idle for like 20 minutes because as it was sitting there idling, it was like progressively getting worse as it got hot. So we think we have it fixed. If so, then I'm probably gonna be driving back to San Antonio tomorrow. Yay! All right, well, we're waiting on the intake manifolds and the valve cover gaskets on this guy. We're supposed to have those possibly today or tomorrow, we hope. If not, well, probably early next week. So we'll be able to wrap, or at least get the conversion done, and then we can take out the dashboard and send that off to the leather guys. And then it's getting really close to done. So we might have this thing wrapped up fairly soon. 360 will probably get wrapped up fairly soon. It's not a whole lot left. Randy did the heat exchanger and the engine mounts, so the only thing left is finishing up the conversion. Which, by the way, if you want to get a conversion from us, send us an email or go to normalguysupercar.com. There you can find out about it. But let's be real, you probably want to chat with us about it. So hit us up, send us an email, sales@normalguysupercar.com. This car is actually still available. I am surprised that it has not sold yet. So anyone need a 430 coupe? The perfect spec other than not having carbon ceramic brakes. But black interior, red piping on the seats, carbon fiber stuff, coupe, 32,000 miles or so. Excellent, excellent car. And we're gonna take care of the variators as soon as we get the variators in. I already ordered them. We're gonna have to get the bumper sent out for this one. No deals yet, no deals yet, no deals yet, and sold. Waiting for the wheel to come back, and then we're converting it to a manual as soon as we have the manual conversion kit and the clutch. So I ordered the clutch and all the other parts. We're supposed to get a bunch of manual conversion kits, I think next week. I think we ordered 5. And here's the best part. We ordered 5 kits, 3 of them are already sold. So if you're wanting a manual conversion, get in touch with us fairly soon. You got to get on the list. We're starting to get a pretty good backlog going. So right now we're about 3 or 4 weeks out at best, and that's like best case scenario. So yeah. Oh, okay, so 2 things. One, how did yesterday's trip go? Great. I know I didn't talk about it a lot when I landed. I was exhausted and I just wanted to get home and see my kid and stuff. The car was amazing, really, really nice, good high spec. Here's what's crazy is that thing's selling for over MSRP over a decade later. Crazy. Yeah, the 458s are just on a tear, especially the Spiders. So really nice car, really nice dealership. I was very pleased. They were really cool. Ended up chatting with them and whatever. They actually had a 360 Spider. It was a yellow coupe with 32 or 31,000 miles or so. Just had a major about a year ago. I looked it over. I didn't really do a full inspection. I just looked it over real quick. If someone's interested in that car, it'd be an excellent conversion candidate. I didn't read the clutch life, but they could do it for you. So if you wanted to do that, we could work something out. It's at Collie Ferrari, so go check it out. Probably by the time this video comes out, it'll be sold, but you know, anyway, it's worth a shot. I at least looked over the paint. Paint was excellent, so that's good. What else is going on? So I may have mentioned this briefly, but someone is doing something weird with my buyer's guides. So, you know, I wrote 2 buyer's guides, one for the 458, one for the F430. Someday I'm going to do a 361. I want to do, eventually my goal is to have buyer's guides for all of the big cars, all the main cars that we sell. If you can figure this out, let me know what you think is going on. So someone's selling them on eBay for more than I sell them on Amazon. So we sell the hardcover copies. I actually can buy what are called like author's copies, and then I can sell those on our website. So if you want one, you can, or you can get the PDF download. And here's what I'm suspicious. I'm wondering if they downloaded my PDF and they're just printing the book themselves, which would be super illegal because it's complete copyright violation for them to do that. Or are they just going on Amazon and buying the hard copy books and then selling them for more? Because they're literally listed more than what I sell them for, which is strange. But I don't know. I can't figure out what they're doing. So if you want to go on eBay, search for my buyer's guides and try and figure out what the hell are they doing some fraud thing? Are they doing a scam? Are they just finding a gap in the market and plugging that hole with more money? I don't know. It's really weird. And honestly, I'm not sure if I care as long as they're not stealing my book. As long as they're not fraudulently or illegally making copies of my book unauthorized. I mean, if they're buying my book, what's it matter if they sell it for more other than someone's paying too much for it, which is strange. I don't know. Maybe I need to raise prices, which we've been talking about anyway. We may have to raise our consultation prices due to the current cost of plane tickets. So pretty much all of last year when we flew places, we could usually get plane tickets anywhere from $400 to $700. And now it's more like $700 to $1,000+ because we're always flying last minute, right? We're always flying like 2, 3, 4, or 5 days from now. So, you know, someone's like, hey, go check out this car. We got to go buy tickets. We're flying last minute. They're very expensive. So I'm going to jump on the computer, do some stuff. Clearly I'm getting blown up and Rainey's going to do actual work. Sweet. All right, let's go flog this sucker. Get it nice and hot and make sure everything's good. All right, just drove it for a solid 40 straight minutes. I don't know if I went below 5,000 RPMs the entire time once it got warmed up. So I think it's about as hard as it's ever gonna get driven. So I got everything good and hot. Seems to be okay. I'm gonna let it sit here and idle for another 10 minutes and then take it out for another lap and see if it's still good, because idling is when everything just gets heat soaked. So it's like, it's gonna get really hot just sitting here. So let's come back in a few minutes and check on it. Also, I ran the AC, even though I don't really need the AC, just to generate even more heat. So we're trying to really put it through its paces. And so far, I think we got it. I think it's finally done.
A few moments later.
No slippage. Clutch feels great. I'm pleased. So Yay, got that taken care of. After I drop that off, I have to drive all the way up to Temple, and we're gonna pick up our big new parts organization cabinet. That's gonna be a whole thing. All right, well, that's probably it for today. It's Thursday. So join us Thursday Night Live, 8 p.m. Central tonight and most Thursdays. You guys are awesome, but also do me a favor, check out normalguysupercar.com and NG Supercars, our dealership and parts websites. Parts websites and dealership website. There you go. It's a little better. And also, don't forget, promote us through the end of this month and send us a screenshot of you promoting us, and we'll send you a discount code for a free t-shirt. And actually, that's one of the things I'd like to do is I'd like to do some more giveaways or cool things just because we like you guys and you've been amazing. So if you think of things of what we could do or what you might want, let us know. I'm up for ideas. Obviously, everyone's gonna be like, give me a free car, but we're not gonna do that because we can't afford that. I don't even have a fun car anymore, so you don't get a fun car for free. But yeah, if you think of something cool, I don't know, let us know and we can maybe discuss it and think about it and see if it makes sense and if it's motivating to people to promote us or support us or whatever. We're open to that. So that's it for now. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, YouTube. It is Friday. We had our Thursday Night Live last night. It was pretty fun. I am here a little bit early. Randy just got in, and the reason is because I'm going to take this thing to San Antonio. Again, hopefully this time it stays in San Antonio. So I'm going to get the trailer hooked up, load this thing up, take it to San Antonio, and bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. And then after that, I'm going to drive all the way up to Temple, which is the other direction. And I'm going to go pick up our 9-foot parts cabinet thing in the trailer and hopefully get home back here before everyone leaves, because otherwise there's no way I can unload it. Because it weighs, literally, it's 968 pounds. It's 1,000 pounds. It's going to be fun. That's the plan for the day, so let's hook up the trailer and hit the road and see what we can do. All right, YouTube. Once again, we are on the way to San Antonio. Twice this week. I love having 2 full days of nothing but driving. All right, just got the Yellow 360 unloaded, and my trailer just broke. The door totally separated. Look at that. Like the bottom, it just fell out. The wood rotted. Well, I don't know what to do about this. I guess I'm just gonna jam the door in for now, and we'll have to fix that. I literally can't make this shit up. My trailer just exploded. Look at the trailer door just completely disintegrated. Well, I just ripped the door off. I'm just gonna go with no door because that's all I can do right now. So I got the door right here. All right, well, we're back on the road. I ripped the door off and I threw all the stuff in there and kind of tucked it away so it wouldn't blow out. I'm paranoid now. I keep checking both sides. Funniest thing is, that wasn't the door that fell apart when I was dropping off the car. It was the other side. So I guess both were just like, we give up today. Today's the day. We planned this, that we both would fall apart on the exact same day. Unreal. There's one downside about taking the 130 toll bypass for Austin. This is the road that has the highest speed limit in America. No, I am not speeding. I am going the speed limit. That's right. 85-mile-an-hour speed limit. Highest speed limit in the country. And no one goes the speed limit. They all drive below the speed limit. I don't get it. You're paying to go fast. Go fast. Oh, fucking of course, my front tire is going flat. My valve stem broke. Look at it. All right, it's only been another hour or so. Yeah, finally got it loaded, got the tire changed out. Stuck in rush hour, so I won't get back for another hour and 15 minutes. Sucks. Check this out. All right, start off with just, I opened the trailer door at the delivery and the trailer door falls apart on the second door. Then driving down the highway and the main door in the trailer just disintegrates. Then I'm less than a mile from my exit and my tire decides to let the valve stem go, so I get a flat tire. Trying to change the tire, the tool, it's not a crowbar, what do they call it? The tire iron is too big to fit in the opening for where the lugs are. So I had to borrow a hammer and scratch the fuck out of my wheels to do that, to get that fixed. So that was another thing. And then the guy driving the forklift loaded the toolbox really well, which was great, but he turned too sharp and he clipped the wire for the lift gate on the rear, and it caused it to unspool. So now I have to fix that too. Well, I had my first good news of the day. Oh my God. After the flood, you guys may have seen the flood thing, we fired our insurance broker because they never told us that there was no flood. So we got a new insurance broker and he's like local to us, really, really cool guy. And he basically got us the same coverage for almost $10,000 cheaper per year. That's huge. So, and it added flood coverage. Yay! Yay! Oh my God, we have flood coverage. Oh, what a thing. So yeah, that's great news. By the way, if you are looking to insure your supercar, Ferrari, whatever, or just even regular cars, he can get you hooked up. So his name is Daniel Duckworth. I'll put his phone number on the screen below. I actually don't know what the hell it is off the top of my head, but it's right there. And just send him a text. Don't call him, send him a text if you need insurance. And he's awesome. He did a really good job for us. Like I said, finally good news. Oh, what a miracle. And the traffic is cleared. Yay. All right, so I first of all wanted to apologize that I've been really pissed off, but it's just been super frustrating. Just stupid crap, you know, like it's just nonstop. It's just, today is the single most frustrating day I think I can ever remember. I mean, frustrating. Not the worst day. The worst day is definitely the flood, but frustrating. It's just so frustrating. I'm just so pissed off. Like everything, it's like comically bad how many things have gone wrong today. I've concluded that I'm not going to transport cars for people anymore, period. I'm just done with it. It's just not worth it. It's a lot of hassle. The trailer sucks. They're pieces of shit. They're always fucking up. And I'm just done with that. Smell the flowers, blow out the candle. Yeah, that's what I need right now. Made it to the shop, didn't kill anyone, didn't have anything explode. Well, I'm gonna detach the trailer and I'm gonna go get the tire fixed and then go home. So that's, I guess, it for today. Unless something else crazy happens, which the way today's going, yeah, it totally could happen. So, my God, what a stupid day. Sorry you had to see my frustrations, but wow. I didn't know it was possible to have that much shit go wrong in such a short period of time, but it did. So, well, we'll talk to you guys on Monday. Hopefully it's a better day. Well, good morning, YouTube. It's Monday, and hopefully today goes a lot better than Friday, because Friday absolutely sucked. Well, that's one of the goals of the day. I did a bunch of work over the weekend, so I have to disseminate the knowledge of the things I did over the weekend to everyone in the company, which we have our Monday sync up at 11, so that will be happening. Sadly, no cars were purchased or sold over the weekend, which is unusual for us lately. It's been such a crazy, crazy time. But tomorrow will be a different day. Tomorrow, we are going out on another drive out towards Fredericksburg. So our friend Paul invited us to do the same thing we did a couple months ago, where we drove out and stayed at one of his VRBOs in Fredericksburg, and we end up having a dude's day out where we have some fun driving and get to eat some good food and schmooze and just let go for a little bit. So I could use that. I could use the stress relief right now. The one slight hiccup in this plan is I don't have a fun car anymore, so I'm not sure what I'm going to drive. I've kind of narrowed it down to I have two options. One, the Bentley. Because who gives a shit if I put some miles on the Bentley? It's not going to affect the value. Two, this car. But I think I've determined this car's too nice. And with how bad my luck is lately, I can't take the risk on this car. Even though this would be a far more enjoyable experience. I would absolutely love to take this car out on the drive. But I don't know. I mean, the way things are going, this thing will explode or catch on fire or something. That would be really bad. And if it happens to Bentley, I mean, it would suck. It wouldn't be the end of the world. This would hurt. This would be really sad. So, no, we're not taking the 430 as much as I'm going to be sad not to. I think we're going to take the Bentley because there's nothing else. Or rent a car.
So we didn't rent you a Miata.
I mean, I would do that. That'd be fun. But with how things are going, the Miata might explode. So I might as well just stick with,
So the rental insurance.
The other thought I had was if this car was done, I could do this car before it gets painted. Again, it's already sold. I don't ever like touching cars that are already sold because, it's just additional risk. Especially something like this where we're going to go drive like 400 miles. Don't want to do that. So that being said, I guess we're taking the Bentley, which means I'm going to have to move those cars at some point today and get the Bentley unstuck from back there. But that shouldn't be too terrible of a thing to do. Otherwise, I think the inventory is pretty much the same. Everything else is the same. Yeah, like I said, I did a bunch of stuff on the computer, stuff that you guys would not care about, but basically just reorganizing all of our documentation and our drives and come up with some standard operating procedures and things like that. Create some checklists, just stuff that we're trying to do to improve ourselves. Oh, you know what else I need to do today? I probably need to mow the lawn. And hilariously, whoa! Dude, there was a hawk carrying some dead animal or, well, soon to be dead animal if it wasn't already. That was a whatever he had was large and is now probably dead. Dang, I missed it. It was right there at the end of our driveway. It happens every once in a while. We've seen him like swoop in and grab some, I don't know, squirrels or hopefully rats. Hopefully you're eating some rats. Yeah, eat the crap that we don't want. Don't eat the cool stuff. I did see one time there was a heron in the stream and it was fishing for those crawfish. Yeah, super cool. They're just standing there, yeah, with their big old neck, and also they like, bloop, and just like grab one out of the water. It's really, anyway, there's my entertainment. All right, we got the cabinet unboxed. Yeah, it is a very large, very, very, very heavy cabinet. I think they're all locked. Yeah. Uh-oh. Hope we have a key somewhere. Well, we'll have to... Oh, is that... Hopefully that's a key. Otherwise, that's going to be a problem. Well, we got to put on the wheels. So we got to scooch it, put on the wheels, scooch it, put on the wheels, so on. Actually, looks to be in pretty good shape. A little tiny bit of damage right there. Whatever. It's going to get totally messed up. It's not going to matter. So, that thing is heavy. Very, very heavy. All right. It's just had our weekly sync up with the accountants. Looking good. I think we got the final numbers for 2025. We actually did way better than I would have thought, considering we had a flood, which is shocking. I owe a lot of money in taxes. It's going to suck, just so you know. We'll come to that. Anyway, we'll get that thing out of here and put over there, and yeah, it's going to be a busy day. Okay, YouTube. We are going to move all this shit somewhere else. Don't know where, but not there. Because that big bad boy, oh yeah, is going right there. So we're going to just move all this stuff, put that there. I think let's just move that there first, and then we'll decide what to do with this. I have a suspicion that this table will go where that table is. Oh, shit. So we're going to put all that stuff on that table just to take it off that table. I guess we shouldn't put stuff on that table.
It's already got Josh's suspension on there. So
I know.
I'm not going to put the scrap metal on it.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that should just go out to the...
Yeah, it's going.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's the project for the next, I don't know, hour or so. So, hooray. All right, this is unusual for us. We have in a Volkswagen. It was in on trade. It's a Golf R. These are supposed to be really fun. I actually really dig hatchbacks, as you may or may not know. So I'm going to go do a review of it. So you may see that review. I don't know if it'll be out by the time this video is out, but it'll be out soon. I know it's super dirty. I'm not going to wash it because I'm actually going to take this on the drive tomorrow instead of the Bentley. I decided this looks way more fun than the Bentley on a 300, 400 mile drive or whatever we're doing tomorrow. So I think I'll take this instead. But anyway, I'm going to go do a review of it real quick and hopefully you guys see that video. So yeah, should be fun. All right, YouTube, it's the end of the day. It's after 5 p.m. and I just did a review of the Golf R. So I am going to go home, do a few things before I just kind of wrap up the day from home. And then tomorrow we'll be hitting the road and driving the Golf R a bunch. So hopefully it's fun. Actually, well, I know it's fun because I just drove it. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a fun day. So join us. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Well, good morning, YouTube. It's Tuesday. That's John. John just got here. There was an accident on one of the main highways in Austin on Mopac this morning, and all of us are running really late. Well, we're going to go drive around in the hill country. I have my Golf R. Randy brought the Audi, and we got Tyler's 48 and Paul's 430, which we just did the clutch on. So if you want us to do any service on your car, reach out to us. We can do stuff like clutch jobs. Well, we're going to drive around, have some fun. Right, ready to hit the road. Ooh, got some big power going on. I should probably roll down the window. I want to hear them, not this thing. All right, first leg. Definitely not as fast, nor, well, let's just say it's not as capable as what I'm used to. So I'm having to drive it, let's say if they're driving at 6/10, I'm driving at 8 or 9/10 to stay up. But it makes it kind of fun, although it makes it a little more nerve-wracking because you're like, But anyway, it's still super fun. I'm a fan. This is a fun little car. Well, we're gonna grab some drinks and go pee. All right, back on the road. We're gonna head towards the Twisted Sisters. We're first gonna take on 337, and I think we're gonna do a couple of the other ones. So, yeah, buddy. We're gonna have some fun driving now. All right, I got a complaint to the car manufacturers. Please stop putting haptic buttons on the steering wheels like this. So what happens is, as I'm turning, my hand slides down and bumps some of the buttons. The next thing I know, I'm turning on the steering wheel heater and changing modes and doing all sorts of crap. And all I'm trying to do is turn. All right, YouTube, we're at the Bent Rim Grill in Leakey, I think. Yeah. Stop and get some lunch, and we're gonna have to fill up, I think. And we gotta wait for the other dudes. These guys are savages. I couldn't keep up very well.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Sorry, no, wait. We drove like gentlemen.
Yes.
According to the speed limit.
Nothing but gentlemen.
Okay, just had lunch and fueled up, and we're ready to go hit more Twisted Sisters. We're gonna go hit 3-3. Well, we already did some of 337. We're gonna do the rest of 337, and then part of 335. Yeah, this is one no one ever does. And it is bouncy, but man, it's a fun road. Well, that was super fun. I don't know how far ahead of the other guys we are, but I think quite a ways. I'm gonna talk to them. How was that?
Nuts.
You whacked the rear diffuser.
I heard it.
I was like, oh god, it like stuff went in the air.
I heard front and back and then center on 3 different times.
But that was worth it, wasn't it?
Oh, it was awesome.
Dude, how was that?
That was freaking awesome.
Well, we just finished all the Twisted Sisters in one go. I think I've only done that one other time. It's probably some of the best roads in the area by far. Like, if you have not done these roads and you live or come near the Austin area, you're missing out. These roads are just so fun. Super, super fun. Well, we're gonna regroup and then I guess go to Fredericksburg and chill. Have some drinks and shoot the shit. This is a pretty awesome day. I needed this. Have a fun day, not worried about work, having fun, remembering why I got into this business. Well, here we are again. These two houses, if you remember these. That was a really, really fun drive. That was super fun. I'm super happy about that. Good morning, YouTube. I'm hungover. Apparently Randy might not be.
Victory.
God, I feel like shit. But we had one super fun night last night. Had some really good food, really good conversation. Drank a little bit too much. That's okay. So I'm gonna just be quiet and wrap it up here because I'm kind of tired. Thanks for watching. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Buy that car and other cars that we sell. That'd be great. Go to normalguysupercar.com, our parts and services website, and ngsupercars.com, the dealership. I would say more, but my brain hurts. I will see you guys in the next video. You guys are awesome. It's gonna be sweet.